So, you've been told that fruit makes you fat and sugar is the enemy. But not only did I lose a bunch of weight, but I also permanently eliminated digestive issues I was dealing with for almost a decade by simply just eating more fruit than ever. And that is why I'm making this video today, to break down exactly how, step by step, so that you can experience these same results yourself. Now, I used to be a huge sweet fiend, right? I love my Pop-Tarts. I loved cookies and crackers and chips and cakes and honey buns and shit like that. I think this is the big reason why fruit helped me lose weight, because fruit actually helped me curve these sweet cravings, these sugar cravings, because fruit is very high in natural sugar. So when I started implementing more fruit into my diet, I had way less of a craving for these, late night snacks and these sweets and dessert after dinner, dessert after lunch. Fruits are very low in calories, right? They're very high in water content and low in calories. So by making that switch to swapping out the sweets, the processed packaged sweets, to the hydrating fruits, this was saving me a bunch of calories. I wasn't taking in as much calories, right? And my calories that I was taking in, they were hydrating. So they were lubricating the gunk inside of my colon, the waste that was stuck in my stomach, right? Versus those processed packaged sweets, they're very, very low in water content, and they're very dry and dehydrating and floury and salty and, just filled with this fake sugar. It's very just powdery and processed and dry and dead and dehydrating. And so just that simple swap of swapping out the processed packaged dry sweet goods for fruit, it hydrated my body, so it lubricated all the undigested waste in my body. And the fruits were way less caloric dense. The fruits were way less calories. They weren't as dense as these sweets, these Pop-Tarts and cookies were. And by making the switch to fruits instead of the packaged sweets, I had more energy, okay? Because these packaged sweets, they cost your digestion a lot of energy to break down, okay? There's no enzymes in there. There's no digestive enzymes in this dead processed packaged food. So, and the enzymes partner up with your stomach acid to break down the food. So these sweets have no enzymes in them. They're very hard to digest. So this took a lot of my energy. It took my digestive energy to sit there and break them down. So because I wasn't eating those foods, I had more energy. And because I had more of this free energy that I didn't know what to do with, I was walking more, doing more, walking into nature, hopping into trails, riding my bike, okay? And just getting into like some calisthenics, just like some push-ups and pull-ups and dips and squats just at home, 20-30 minutes a day. All by just replacing the sweets with the fruits. So that was the major impact fruits made on me and my weight loss journey. Now, I used to eat about 3 or 4 cooked meals a day, and I would only poop like once or twice a day. And I thought this was completely normal. I never thought anything about this until I seen someone talking about, if you're eating 3 to 4 times a day, but you're only pooping once or twice, that means you're backed up, right? Like, where's the rest of that food going if it's not being eliminated? If you're eating 3 or 4 times a day, you should be pooping 3 or 4 times a day. And then it hit me like, wow, I'm probably clogged up. This is probably why I'm not losing weight, is because I'm not pooping out all of the food I'm eating. So another impact that fruit made on my weight loss journey was that I started pooping more, okay? I started swapping out my avocado toast or oatmeal for breakfast for a fruit-based breakfast. And within 10 to 20 minutes of eating that fruit-based breakfast, I had a heavy load coming out. It was almost like that fruit breakfast was pushing out last night's meal, okay, last night's dinner. So I never used to poop after breakfast. It was only like maybe after lunch, and maybe that was it, or just after dinner. It was just like once or twice. But now, after eating and getting full on a fruit-based meal in the morning, big banana smoothie or some melons or a couple oranges, some pears, I was pooping 1 to 2 more times a day from this extra lubrication and hydration, helping an enzyme rich food, helping my stomach break down this undigested waste sitting in my colon. Fruit is also loaded in fiber, which is essential for breaking down undigested waste in the colon and, pooping out this food. So yeah, I was pooping like 1 to 2 more times a day. I was only pooping like once or twice a day max. But after implementing more fruit into my diets, having a big fruit-based breakfast, this literally had me pooping an extra 1 or 2 times a day. And within a couple weeks, I noticed my weight was just falling off effortlessly. Like, I was barely working out, just hitting like 20-minute push-up and squat sessions maybe 3 or 4 times a week. Now, 2 disclosures I want to make before I end this video is that, number 1, fruit is best digested on its own, okay? It's best digested on an empty stomach, preferably breakfast. You do not want to be mixing fruit with any nuts or cooked food or any fats like nuts and avocado, durian, coconut meat. You want to keep fruits by themselves, preferably even sour fruits with sour fruits, sweet fruits just with sweet fruits. This is going to best digest the fruits, because if you think about just like an orange going down, super juicy, super hydrating, super easy, and then now think about you just had a couple handfuls of nuts, or you had some lentils or something, and then think about the orange having to try and make its way through the denser foods. It just makes more sense to eat the light, juicy, hydrating, enzyme-rich foods first, and then you have your cooked meal and your denser stuff. And second disclosure I want to make is that my body did not respond to fruits well right away, and yours probably doesn't if you've been eating the standard American diet. Lots of cooked food, lots of dehydrating, processed, packaged foods. So don't just, watch this video and then just start eating 100% fruit tomorrow, right? To transition to a fruit-based diet, you need to prepare your body. You need to get your body prepared. And how you do that is you transition your body, you wean your body off the density. So if you're eating animal products or lots of processed, frozen, microwavable, packaged meals, you are going to gradually eliminate those and just go to whole plant foods like beans, lentils, rice, quinoa, starches, roots, sweet potatoes, squash, and leafy green salads. And once you do that for a couple weeks, then you transition off the heavier plant foods like beans, lentils, rice, quinoa, starches, and just go get off of those and go into more leafy greens, a lot of big salads with homemade dressings, nut-based dressings, adding in more fruit-based meals and more smoothies and more juices, and then weaning off, even just the steamed sweet potatoes and the steamed vegetables to mostly raw living fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds, big green salads, homemade dressings. Then you can work your way down to like fully fruit-based if you want to go to that extent. You can still heal on eating a little bit of cooked, mostly raw, sun-fired meals, sun-fired food. But if you're really trying to heal something from the root, I highly recommend trying out a fruit-based diet, transitioning and prepping your body by weaning off the densities for 5 to 6 weeks until you're down to 100% fruit And just by eating 100% fruit for a couple of days, 4 to 5 days, you will start seeing immaculate results super quick, whether you're trying to lose weight, clear and eliminate your digestive issues from the root, or clear your skin. Eating fruit is the only way to cleanse out that gunk and rebuild your stomach acid with those living digestive enzymes to help break down all your food more efficiently. Because if your food is not being eliminated properly through your bowels and stuck in your colon, it ferments and pushes up and manifests as heartburn or acid reflux, or it eliminates through your skin as acne, skin rashes, body odor, sweat, breath odor, or it pushes out from your colon into new fat cells, creating that excess weight. So it all starts within the gut, and the only way to heal the gut is to transition off the densities, to wean off of the densities, to give your body more space and time and room to do that internal cellular repair, that internal healing. Our bodies force us every day to go to sleep at night so it can do this deep internal cellular repair while we're sleeping. So by weaning off of the densities, giving your body more room, these lighter foods, these more hydrating foods, giving your body more room and time to heal and not just work on digesting food every time you go to sleep. So I hope you guys found this video valuable. I will be creating more videos on the gut, eliminating excess weight, clearing up your skin, digestive issues. Like I said, it's all the root. The gut is the root to all of your bodily problems. If you are interested in transitioning into a high raw, high fruit based diet to heal your digestion, to clear your skin, to eliminate excess weight super fast, super natural, and want help getting walked through the process and held accountable and to implement all of everything that I just explained, you can click the link below to book a free call with me, and we'll talk and see if we're a good fit to work with each other. And I will show you how working with each other will look like. So I hope you guys found this video valuable. Again, drop a comment if you have any questions, and I will be happy to respond to them, or even make a video responding to it if it's a big enough question. And yeah, happy healing, family. Cheers.